Several schoolboys from different schools fight over schoolgirl. Man chops off woman hand in domestic dispute, while Miami Heat in a must-win game tonight. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The Ministry of Education, school administrators, and the police have intervened in a dispute involving students from several corporate area high schools that is threatening to spiral out of control. The police said physical altercation, which started last week, have escalated with incidents taking place in the Halfway Tree and Spanish Town areas. Viral video shows boys throwing punches at locations including the Halfway Tree Transport Center, with one having a wound to the face. The situation has resulted in Mona High School closing for 2 days starting yesterday. The dispute is said to be centered around a female student from the Queen's School and two boys, one of whom attend Mona High and the other who attends Calabar High. Since this week, the war has now spread to 4 other schools, with Jamaica College, St. George's College, Kingston College, and Campion College joining in, making a bigger brawl, with police now having to get involved. The 3 firefighters who were seriously injured from an electrical shock while on the job on Tuesday have been released from hospital. 6 firefighters were shocked while responding to a call that multiple buildings were on fire at 7th Street in Greenwich Town in St. Andrew. 3 of them, whose injuries were not as severe, were earlier treated and released. The electrical shock was believed to be due to contact with an illegal connection. A St. Catherine businessman who made Interpol's red notice for wanted persons was apprehended in Panama and returned to Jamaica to face the consequences. He is now facing allegations of fraudulent conversion and failure to deliver goods or service on the agreed upon date in connection with 2 occurrences that occurred in March and August of 2022. Elvis Jones, 52-year-old of Helsha Avenue in Portmore in St. Catherine, is facing several charges. According to police reports, a man and a woman signed separate agreement with Jones in March of 2022 and August of 2022 to import a 2016 Subaru and a 2013 Toyota minivan from Japan. The police stated that they provided the agreed upon payments with the assurance that the cars would be delivered within 4 weeks. A report was made to the police after the vehicles were not delivered as promised and an investigation was launched. Jones was later confirmed to have fled the island according to authorities, and he was added to Interpol's red notice for wanted people. The accused was captured in Panama and deported back to Jamaica on April 13, and he was charged 2 days later on April 15 following a question and answer session in front of his attorneys, and he is set to appear before Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on April 19. And in another type of scamming, Sharika Savaria, 37 of Jamaica, pleaded guilty on Tuesday in the United States District Court to creating a series of fraudulent debt relief companies that trick U.S. victims into paying fraudulent processing fees and disclosing sensitive personal identifying information. Savaria is scheduled to be sentenced on September 19 of 2024. She is also known as Sharika Savaria Goodison. She pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud affecting a financial institution, which carries a potential penalty of 30 years in prison. And as part of her guilty plea, Savaria admitted that from at least 2016 through September 2018, she and other conspirators created and operated a series of fraudulent debt relief companies that trick U.S. citizens into paying bogus processing fees and disclosing personal identifying information. One of the fraudulent websites said consumers could receive up to $60,000 in government-funded aid to pay their bills, and another claimed consumer could receive up to $25,000 in annual debt relief. More than 50 individuals sent money to conspirators because of the scheme, most commonly through Western Union, believing that the funds were service processing fees. People, beware of debt relief companies, or those who say that they can get you a better credit score. You can do it yourself. Don't be quick to give out your information to people you don't know. A recently separated common law couple were referred to mediation in an assault case after the man allegedly held a knife to the woman's throat after she reportedly visited a sick friend. On March 17, the complainant is said to have gone to a sick friend's residence to care for her. She allegedly received many missed calls from the accused, Dwight Gale, while there. And according to court filings, the complainant claimed that by the time she attempted to respond Gale's call, he had arrived at a friend's house and was spotted exiting a car with a chopper. Gale allegedly put the knife to the complainant's neck and shouted, "May we kill you, may we kill you." A report was made to the police and Gale was charged with assault at common law and making threats. The lawyer representing Gail made a suggestion for mediation. Senior Parish Judge Sanchia Burrell inquired if the complainant was afraid of the accused, to which she responded in the negative. The matter was then referred to restorative justice and is set for mention on June 23rd. Well, the next woman was not so lucky, as a 21-year-old woman is hospitalized in serious condition after her child's father is alleged to have completely severed her hand during a domestic dispute in Petersfield, Westmoreland on the weekend. Sources said the female, who resides in Shrewsbury in the parish, was physically assaulted during the brawl that transpired in front of the Petersfield High School at about 5 p.m. Reports from the police are that both parents had a domestic dispute where the suspect confronted the complainant and used a machete to completely chop off her right hand. He also reportedly slapped her several times on her head and other parts of her body. The complainant was rushed to hospital, where she was admitted in a serious condition, and the man since then has been arrested. On to sports. Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls go head-to-head tonight in a must-win game in order to remain in the playoff tonight. Heat top player Jimmy Butler got hurt 2 nights ago and will not be in the game tonight. His injury is said to be right MCL sprain. However, the Heat still have enough firepower to win this game, but it's win and stay, lose and go home. 58-year-old Brazilian football legend Romario has quite a resume. He is a World Cup winner, a senator, and president of his favorite club, America of Rio de Janeiro. Now, 15 years after hanging up his boots, the iconic striker has decided to add another entry, coming out of retirement to rejoin America as a player. The 1994 World Cup winner announced on Wednesday he has officially registered to play again for struggling America, who are currently playing in the second division of the Rio State Championship and fighting to return to top flight. And it will be a family affair. Romario's son Romarino, 30, also plays as a forward for the club. Romario grew up cheering for America, his late father's favorite club, but he started his professional career with their local rivals Vasco da Gama and soon transferred to Europe, where he shone with PSV, Eindhoven and Barcelona. He was an important member of the Brazilian side that won the 1994 World Cup in the United States, winning the FIFA World Player of the Year award the same year. He retired in 2008 but made a first comeback the following year to play a brief stint at America. He's elected to the Senate in 2015 and re-elected in 2022. Romario has been president at America since January, tasked with patching up the club's tattered finances and returning it to top-flight play. He's a man at 58 playing club football. It is really unheard of. Back in the old days as a youth growing up, when a man reached 50, he was ready to start looking for a grave spot. But nowadays men at 80 are now known to be starting a family with a 25-year-old woman, and times have surely changed. Don't forget, the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you missed the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.